Rose home.
It's running a public house by the looks of it.
Oh, my old man with us. Water, dear.
The dear, yeah, I've seen the Mythos bottles. Really got run over then. Maybe a defibrillator will be good, and a young girl to massage my my back. What do you mean no? That's my rider. Welcome back to another Rudgy, aka the Doctor. It's Friday. Anyway, if you haven't already, hit like, share and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. You know you want to, and it will help me with my algorithms and help progress the channel. We need to get 1,000 viewers, I think, and then we'll see what happens then. I don't know what happens, whether there's a big explosion of confetti or whether I become very wealthy. It's looking unlikely. Anyway, let me see who won this week's winter warmer. I think it was Anthony Graham was the first one to answer. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, Anthony Graham 8838 on the YouTube. That must be his handle. Yeah, you were right. It was that beach down by Lassie. Calamina or whatever it's called. You know what I'm like with my pronunciations. It was that beach anyway. So before we go any further, this week's video is a bit controversial. I don't like to use this platform as a political platform. It's just there for a bit of fun, really, and it's about my way of life. More than anything else. Unfortunately, when I see things that are affecting the local people and the people I live with and interact with every day, it's hard not to say something. And I suppose, really, that's integrating. I'm not here, I don't want to be one of these expats that comes here and says, oh, they need to fix the roads, they need to do that, trying to turn it into Little Britain. That's not what I'm about. I actually like the fact that it's like living in 1977, Austin Parish. Because it is. In many ways, things are like they were in the UK a long time ago. And I prefer that. Things are much easier going, much better. So, having said that, best get on with the video and see what you think. It's not all doom and gloom, as you'll see in next week's video, which I'm filming currently. The rest of the island isn't affected. It's just that they're doing something to Argostoli that's a bit excessive, I think. Anyway, enough of all that. Let's get on with the video. What we got this week? Well, I try not to make this channel too political, but there's something happening that I'm not overly keen on. I don't want to end up as one of those expats that constantly moans about stuff out here. I didn't move out here for that. But I'd like your thoughts on this, so please leave in the comments what you think about it all. Anyway, the Bosset Bridge. I don't know whether that's how you pronounce it, but yeah. 1813 or somewhere around there it was built. It's the largest stone bridge crossing a sea in the world. Well, it says the sea. It's well, it's a lagoon that side and a harbour that side. And apparently I read somewhere that we have the largest natural harbour in the world. I don't know whether that's true. Some of you might be able to correct me on that. Now then, going back over the 30 years that I've been coming and going from this beautiful island, this bridge we used to drive across back in the day, and this is an important piece. You'll be thinking, what's he on about? Well, I'll tell you. It'll all become apparent as we go through this video. Now, this bridge, I remember being able to drive across it in a car, which was a bit dangerous, and I can see why they stopped that. That's fair enough. But they restored it not that long ago now. Now, if you restore something, surely you put it back as it was when it was built. I would have thought so. There is a point to this. I don't think they had lamps like that in the 1800s, and I don't think there was, I don't remember there being a wall along the sides. There may well have been back when they first built it, I don't know. But the block paving certainly isn't correct, is it? Okay, that's one point. Bear with me. Now, some time ago now, they did this swirly patterning stuff all the way along the quayside. I quite like it, but I think the island's starting to lose its innocence a little bit. It's not Monaco, after all. We don't come here for that. Well, I don't come here for that. I don't live here for that. I live here because of the beauty of the island, the natural charm, the innocence. So let me take you somewhere now and explain what I'm talking about. The Bosset Bridge. This is the quayside that we've all come to know and love. And yeah, they did the same down here, didn't they, with the squirrely patterns. They've redone it twice now, I think. Don't quite know why they did it again, but anyway. Now, about a year ago, they put electric and water on down there, and then put all the trip boats and charter yachts on there. I couldn't understand that, because if you're being a seafaring sort of person myself, if you visit a port, you look for somewhere that's got water and electric, maybe showers and stuff, and you go, well, I'll go there. Well, of course, they couldn't get on there, the people visiting. They were up here all around the back of the fish market. So I did a video last year about them digging all this area. There's a lot of work going on here at the moment. They're going to go all the way along with this, apparently. The kiosk has gone and isn't coming back. There is a movement that says perhaps some more car parking would be a good idea, which it would, but I don't think that's what they're going to go for. There you go, that's what they're doing by the looks of it. There's the road down there by the bank. That'll be your quayside, all the way around there. Yeah. So these will be all the places that they're doing by the looks of it. As you can see, business as usual at the grocers. Yeah. Well, I've got some bad news on that. They've now stuck some palm trees down there. Now a lot of you will think, well, that's nice, that's lovely. Yeah. But they're refurbing all the buildings, which, you know, perhaps some of them needed doing. But Patsaurus isn't going to be allowed, apparently, I don't know, but from what I'm told, Patsaurus isn't going to be allowed to bring his stall out, which he used to do. There used to be a little area there where you could sit in the sunshine after you'd done your shopping. And it was a traditional Greek family-run business. Been there as long as I can remember. It's probably one of the few places now where you can get food that's cooked like your mother did it, if you were Greek. Anyway, apparently they've made him rip all the inside out and refurb it. These places must be owned by the local authority, and they're forcing people to do stuff with them, which in some cases is fair enough. I mean, the building needed doing. There used to be a tobacco stall here, little kiosk that sold ice creams, tobacco, stuff like that. He's gone. Doesn't look like he's coming back, does it? And bad news about the fruit market. Look at that. Now that was the showpiece for me when you came here. Everybody will remember that. It used to come out onto the front here. From what I'm hearing, he's not going to be able to do that either. Now, there was an altercation between him and the mayor recently, and the police were involved and was going to arrest the pair of them, so I don't know what happened there. I haven't read the whole article. Maybe you'll want to look that up. Like I say, leave your comments down below, because I'm interested in as to what people think about it all, especially the holiday makers, which this apparently is aimed at the cruise liners. That's the rumour I'm hearing. Well, they're going to come and spend a few quid on some fridge magnets, I would think. And that's about it. Because they'll be fed on the cruise liner for free, won't they? It's all in with their thing. And, of course, they've got posh shops on cruise liners, so they might buy a few trinkets there, but they're certainly not going to spend a fortune, I wouldn't think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, that used to be the China place. Chinese store. It's now a Eros store. Yeah. Now That's the one thing I'm really disappointed about because that, for me, sort of made Argostoli. You know, it was the one thing everybody knew, and if he's not going to be allowed to do that again, some people would call it progress, supermarkets and stuff like that, but look where that's got us. I actually like the fact that that's built out onto the front. You could see what they got. You didn't have to go inside for it. Anyway, I'm sounding like I'm moaning. It's not intentional, but it does bother me slightly. I think the island is starting to lose its innocence. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Leave in the comments, as I said. Fishmonger's having problems as well, apparently. May well be that the plans are all for the better and it will make the place a nicer place to be. I don't know. But I've got something else to show you. I haven't finished yet. I'm moaning now, aren't I? Now, the other thing that's going on here, see they've done all the paving round here. They've made him take his ramps out. And that garage has been there as long as I can remember. I don't know what's going to happen to him. I wouldn't think he fits in with the plans. Doesn't look very happy. I mean, yeah, all right, the back of this building there needed refurbing. I think that's the back of Patsaurus, which they've made him rip out and refurb. It might well be that they make Patsaurus come out here with his store, which would be nice. You'd be able to see all the views over there. But of course, as you drive into Argostoli, that's something we all used to enjoy. Anyway, doesn't really worry me either way because, you know, I live here and I come and go, and that's all good. But I'd like to see what you think about it all. Right, well, here's another landmark that a lot of you will recognise. It's the ferry port. The ferry comes in there and you can catch it and go across to Luxury even. Yeah, now I'd noticed they've put some big ramps in there, so I think we're probably going to be getting some ferries coming from the mainland and maybe Italy. I don't know, but that's the sort of thing they usually use for that, those big ramps. But I don't know, that's just me guessing. So some of you might remember this marina here, the little one. I just did that link there so you'd know where I am. Now this is a charity, and the children of the area learn how to row these little boats here. The Hobbit in fact came down here because she was going to give some time up and teach them, because obviously she does gig rowing and stuff like that, quite knowledgeable about all that sort of thing, the Hobbit. Anyway, I was horrified to see this. I mean, look at that. The big shed's gone. Their nice fence has gone. Now that was another landmark. They may be going to put it back up. I don't know. I might be jumping the gun here, but it doesn't look like it. It looks to me like we're going to have a big pathway all the way along there. See what I mean? They've done exactly the same as they've done in the town. It looks like we're going to have palm trees all the way around there and a path all the way around there. And that, funnily enough, leads to where the cruise liners come in. Well, it would, wouldn't it? So that means that where that cone is there, from that pile of earth back used to be the charity there, that shed there you can see. That used to be their place. They used to have a big cover there for putting the boats under that they row. Looks like that's gone. I hope it's coming back, because I don't see I just don't see the logic in it. But again, I didn't move here to change things. It's their country, I'm just a guest. But again, I'd like to hear your comments. I know there's a few of you on here that were born and bred here, and may know a bit more about it than me. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe it's all going to be put back as it was, but nicer. I don't know. I'm just reporting on it. Anyway, it's a beautiful day, and I think it's time we went to a beach, don't you? Enough of all this business lark. Let's go and find a beach and get a coffee. I might even go to the post office to take you there. But what a great day to be alive. And don't worry, Kefalonia is still an unspoilt, to some extent, island. And from what I've heard, they're going to reduce the amount of brollies on beaches. The government have passed a new law about that. So that will help keep its beauty. Let's go and find a beach. A beautiful one. Right, well, enough of all that depressing stuff. Politics. Like I said, I don't like this channel being a political platform. It's not what it's about. Anyway, here we are at the beautiful beach of St Thomas, my local beach actually. We've had a few storms, and unfortunately there's a bit of seaweed down there, but there is a little channel out there to get out and paddle about, because it's quite shallow quite the way out. You can stand up in it just past where that pink flamingo is. It's Lourdes over there in the background. Zakynthos over there in the haze. The taverna isn't open yet, that's why there's no music, which suits me. We all know about me and music on beaches. Oh, and you never see a brolly down there unless somebody brought it with them. That taverna there I'd like to go and sit in. It looks like it's nice and quiet, but he only opens up till lunchtime, I think. Anyway, yeah, what a great day to be alive. I'll take it for a little walk along there. There is a shower down there, and you, if you want to come swimming, so you can wash yourself off before you, and get dressed in there as well, of course, before you get back in the car. So there you go. I'm not going to walk all the way along because I think I've pushed my luck with my back so far. Yeah, my back's doing much better, thank you for asking. Because a few of you have. Yeah, as you can see, I'm walking almost normally now, but if I do it for too long, my leg goes numb, my feet start to tingle, and I'm in pain for quite a while until it settles down. I have to sit down. It's odd because you know, if I sit down, it seems to be all right after that. And as you can see, the merchandise is out. There we are. There's one of them. It's got my site address on the back and an email. I think they're about 20 quid with the postage. That might go up a couple of quid, depends on postage and how we get on with that. But yeah, at the moment they're around 20 quid. If you want one, contact me on my email and I'll send you one out. Anyway, there's the Black Pearl. She's very happy to have me back. Got a bit of work to do to her. I've got to put some front discs on her. I've got some pads that I brought over for her, but the fork seals are leaking, so we're going to have to do that before I do any of that. Hoping I can sneak it through its test by cleaning it off with brake cleaner, getting it tested and fixing it at my leisure. I might try and coincide it with when there's a hire car available or something. Anyway, yeah, St Thomas Beach. The Hobbit's due out next week, so you'll have her to watch, and the banter that goes on between us. I know a lot of you like all that. So I'm going off up the post office now. Right, so that's Argostoli, St Thomas Beach. Has anything changed here? Yeah. Look at me garden. As you know, if you watch me regular, I've cleared all this. Mind you, it was about 3 foot high when I moved in. It's not as bad as it was. Now I'm under strict instructions by the Hobbit not to touch it. She's going to do it when she comes out. I have been doing little bits though. So plans, well, I'm going to cultivate that area there, and I'm going to grow peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, all that sort of stuff in that area there. And then down here I might plant, because Makis tells me there used to be orange and lemon trees in here, so I may well plant a few more of those. But I plan down that side there, gets the sun all day in the summer, so I'm going to do some, probably 2 or 3 rows of melons down there this summer. This area here, well, to keep the maintenance down, I'm thinking of putting a weed barrier down and gravelling it. I'm not quite sure what to do with it, but I'll just put some little planters out with some flowers in maybe. But I do love this house, and I do thank my lucky stars every single day for being here. I've got to wash the bike. Might do that later. When my tools come, they're all going in here. There'll be a lot of them as well, so hopefully I'll get them all in. This, well, it's not too bad really. Quick rake over and put some more plants in for the summer, and it'll be back as I had it. This bush here of Makis's, I'm going to try and make it round eventually, make a feature of it. It's the only one left. There used to be a hedge along here apparently, but they all died. So yeah, I'm going to get that all weeded. I can probably do that sitting down on a chair, get that looking nice again. This area here I'll probably do the same as I'm going to do in the back garden. I'm going to put a weed barrier down and gravel it, and maybe move 1 or 2 of the slabs across, so that makes some sense. Here I'm going to put some more roses in, I think. Now the steps, I had them nice and white last year, but because I wasn't here to wash them every day, which is what I normally do, they've gone a bit brown, so I'm going to borrow Makis's pressure washer and wash them off. I've trimmed the hedge, I managed to do that. See, things I can do when I'm sat down, I'm alright with. So I was doing this a bit at a time and sitting on the steps. Because all this had overgrown again, so I've chopped it nice and square, and I intend to cut that level when it's grown fully. When that gap's grown up, I'll cut it level and make a nice hedge out of that. I sat down the other day on a chair over there and trimmed all this area here, so that will grow back in the next month or so. It'll be lovely. Now this bit here concerns me, because I like to be able to see the road, see who's coming. I don't like the people to be able to see up, but I like to be able to see down. And this was growing a little high, so I've pulled it down and I'm training it along here. And this one here, I'm going to pull that way so it arcs over the driveway, gives a bit more shade. So that's the plan for that. Here, well, this year when my tools come, these pillars here will need cleaning up and painting because they're going rusty, so I'm going to do that, and then I might put a trellis in here with a climbing plant of some sort, because it's quite nice to sit there in the winter and catch the morning and evening sun, and you're out the wind as well there. Along here, nothing really changed. I did seal the windows up for the winter to stop the water getting in, because the water gets straight through there. That bit at the bottom there. So I'm going to varnish the doors this year. I'm going to have my tools out here, so it'll be making it much easier. So I'm going to varnish all that, and probably use what we used to use on the boats, Dex oil. Much easier to keep. The sun doesn't degrade it quite as quickly. It looks like varnish, but it's not. So I've trimmed the hedge off, because I like to be able to see the road at night. I like to see the trucks come and go. So I've trimmed the hedge down. I've just got that one there that's got a bit long. I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to leave that because it screens the house and the village. But yeah, I like to see the view. And not only that, but it was, if you look at that one, when the wind blows, it hasn't got long for this world if it's left like that. They're much better when they're like that and they bush out. So the good news story, for those of you who watch me regularly, was that tree down there. It was dead when I arrived. There was nothing growing on it. Bearing in mind it was a 2-year thing moving in there, because I saw the place first of all potentially going to buy it with a friend. He pulled out, and then the next year I came to see if I could rent it, and that tree was dead. There's nothing growing on it, so I pruned it back to within an inch of its life and watered it every night last summer, and we got some blossom on it, so we might get some fruit. I might find out what that is now. As you can see, there's some blossom coming on there, so that's good news. The other good news is that when I sealed these windows for the winter, they didn't leak any water, so no water got in the house. Now I'm going to have to make up my mind how to go about making it, because I need to open that one really in the summer to get the fresh air through. I need to work a way out of making it so that I can seal it in the winter. I might just seal it every winter. It's only about €7 for the marine grade sealant that I used. I can always cut it off, start again. Here, well, again, I might, a Hobbit can't do it all. That's unfair to expect her to come out here and do that. This isn't too bad. I can sit on a chair with a rake and rake that if the Hobbit pulls the big weeds out. Lime tree was just starting to show signs of getting a bit tired of not having any water, but now I've watered it, it's coming back. We've got some fruit on it. My orange tree, I pulled the fruit off that because that was desperate for water, so hopefully that will come back now. And that's it really. I haven't got many plans at the moment until I know where I stand financially. Oh, I have got some nice chairs coming, so these will go in one of the bedrooms because they came with the house, so they have to stay. So yeah, I'll put one in one bedroom, one in another, I think. But yeah, I absolutely love this place, and those of you who've watched the video over the last year or two will probably know why. I mean, look at that. So that's a quick catch up on the house for those of you who are interested. I think we're at the 7th of April now, something. The oranges on Macus's tree are coming out. I noticed Steve next door, he's ready to pick. Got some lemons coming as well down there. It's all starting to happen, and for me it was a very long winter. I know for those of you in the UK it's been a long winter, because it was grey and horrible, wasn't it? Anyway, that's just a quick update on the house. Yeah, morning to you too. Well, that was this week's video, and I'm sorry about the little rants and the political statements. It's just that when I see things that are affecting my friends on the island, well, it's hard not to say something really. But anyway, I'm interested in your point of view, see what you think about it. I'm sure that when they've finished it, it will look beautiful. It will. It'll look fantastic for visitors who've never been here before. They won't know any different, will they? So next week, well, I think next week I'm probably going to go on a ride, and you're going to come with me. Those of you who visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much for doing that. I really, really appreciate it. It's a massive help at the moment. And those of you who hit like, share and subscribe, you're helping too, because you're getting the algorithms up. We're nearly at 1,000. I'm looking forward to the day when we do get there. I don't quite know what happens. Maybe there's a big explosion of confetti and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll get lots of money off YouTube. I don't think so. Anyway, I know you enjoy the winter warmer. There's no prizes for this, and I might forget to mention who came first, because it's usually first past the post that wins this one, either on the coffee page or in the comments. People usually, or some people have emailed me with an answer, but I prefer it if you do it on the comments, because then everybody can see who was first. Anyway, where am I today? Some of you might recognise it. One of my favourite places, although they all are really. There's a black pearl looking lovely in the sunshine. I'll have to get her out of the sunshine. Yes, so where's that? There's a little crossroads here. I'll give you a little sneak preview of just a clue. Little harbour down there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. It's Friday. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Reggie, aka the Doctor. If you've just joined us, hit like, share, and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you haven't subscribed, well, welcome. Start again. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. I'm getting hay fever like you wouldn't believe. Sorry. Should we do that again? Yeah. Cut. Anyway. No, start again. Makeup. What do you mean I've got to be crash helmet? I'm supposed to be looking cool. I'm going to have a crash helmet on. It's for safety. You ask my mate James, he'll tell you. Got to have a crash helmet on, haven't you, James? 2, 3, 4. Well, that was this week's video.